Well, we return to the Taurus Collective, of course. What else will we return to? Let's get this party on the way, shall we? And yes, it's probably turned on. I'm aware of it. I'll turn it off at some point, and it's probably gonna happen. Also, somebody mentioned, apparently I've got two planets called Trap now. I should really fix that. Let me quickly jump toward the YouTube page and actually go over some of the stuff while we are going through everything. Mineral wise, 653 is really good. And Lavis has started to integrate somebody. There's a pretty big war going on over here right now. If we take a look, has closed. Yeah, there's currently a war going on. Hideous is at war with the UNNE. Which basically means this entire purple blob in general, which is potentially frightening. Nothing that we can do at the moment about this, so this is something we'll need to be relatively careful about. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Okay, ooh, a hyper shield. 70 months though. Archaeology lab. Oh, let's get the curator archaeology app. If we can get hyper shields after that, that's good. I need to take a look at these individual planets as well to upgrade them properly. Let's take a look here at some of the comments to see what you guys have been saying down there. And yes, Trap, we do need to change that to something a little bit more effective in terms of naming scheme. Turn that off. Later on, we're probably gonna change it. Pain, I like that. Pain is good. Even though this one was not particularly painful to get, but you get the general idea there. Pain. Complete. Good. Let's max this out. Any of the mines that we want really maxed out as soon as we can. Energy is what this entire sector is focused on. This sector in general has a lot of energy being pumped out of it, and we're going to be using all that energy to upgrade our worlds to machine worlds and get additional output. I believe it's 25% these days. In my version of the game, it's still 15 because I'm running, because I started this on the 1.8 build, but I am running it on the 1.8.2 build in the background. So there are some things there that need to be adjusted. Jesus Christ, that cost 600 minerals right there and then. Damn, son, that's pricey. Probably to max out these physics labs to the max. It's not that bad, actually. So overall, not too shabby. Oh, my apologies. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Yeah, all my planets are pretty much maxed out. A lot of cyborg pops everywhere. You guys are weak, but it's a mineral world. We should probably... Can we do something about this? We can't do any... We're missing the gene tailoring technology. It's a little bit annoying because we did want to remove that weak trait off that species because it does impact the mineral output on that planet. I'm still really surprised that these guys, the Han, got into space to begin with their absolutely ridiculous layout of their planets. So there is at least that. But yeah. We can go to war here. Oh, good lord. That would be a pretty massive war. The Han. Oh, good dear lord. Zercog. Hideous. What if we go to... No, Han is... We could go to war with the Han. No, that would be a mistake as well. This, however, is a lot more practical. Han, Zercog, and Odegar. Because of the way the stacking of the defensive packs works, we can take all these territories relatively easily. Let's take a look at they're inferior to us. That's fine. These guys are all pathetic, and the Han are pathetic as well. And we'll take the Zercog in combination of that as soon as we can. We're almost at the 70,000 fleet power that we require to make the push. So that's at least positive. Let's build a bunch more cruisers just to get our fleet power up and running. Consumer goods, ship maintenance. That's our ship maintenance at the moment. So Trap does have service umbilicals, so ship upkeep is already reduced by 10%, which is not insignificant to say the least. Let's take a look at YOLO. YOLO needs upgrades, no doubt. Yeah, I thought as much. A lot of minerals here that need to be done. Yeah, a lot of tier 1, tier 2 stuff. We can max out because we're using shift click and that automatically queues up the maximum amount that is available.
Construction complete.
Yeah. Okay, that should be maxing YOLO out at least, and then we'll go to Asimov and do that one as well. Again, Zercog pops here. They are weak, so lack of income when it comes to minerals there is a potential long-term problem. We'll have to take a look at the planetary layout later on to see if we can make any adjustments, so to speak. But the governor will level over time and will give larger and larger bonuses to the planetary upkeep modifier. Let's actually take a look at our leader here. Leader. Okay, so we have an admiral that's not doing anything. This admiral is friggin' amazing. Look at that. 3 skills back to back. This governor.
Logical acquisition successful.
Architectural interest. Reduces building costs and speed. Increases building speed by 10%. So overall, this sector is already receiving quite a lot of bonuses. And hyper shields are gone. That's a shame. We need to get something cheap so we can get hyper shields back on track. It also means that we can upgrade our science ships to something a little bit more interesting. Not enough energy output, funnily enough. Put some 0 points on here in Neutronium. For some reason, that wasn't done. Our drop ships are in the same boat, funnily enough. Or it is our colony ships. Colony ships don't really need all that much to begin with. Construction ship. Let's put some Neutronium on there. Get that maxed out. All of our other ships, they're already Neutronium up and everything. So, pretty advanced stuff on these ships. The spaceport at Tars has finished its production queue. That's excellent. Yeah, energy. Energy is what we require in the long term anyway in order to get more machine worlds. Right now, 255 energy a month is not something to underestimate. Let's take a quick look at our... Yeah, we get Patron of the Arts, and we have Curator Insight. So we get pretty massive bonuses from our Enclaves. Enclaves is a bit of a difficult subject because they were added in Utopia, so it is not necessarily some of the best things that we can have, but still. Let's take a look at Sanctuary. Fuck it, let's do it. We will lose a not insignificant amount of fleet power here. As soon as that is done, we can start colonizing Sanctuary. We'll add Trip to this sector and be done with that. Wrecked Zen is an interesting planetary cluster. Did we upgrade this? Now we have. Cool. And Wrecked as well, obviously. Yeah, those are all maxed out. Getting a lot of minerals right now, so we can re-establish our fleets relatively quickly here. I'm just double checking on our new planets to make sure that they all have their upgrades rolling here. And we should have enough minerals to max out this planet now, which is what we wanted to do anyway. No Betharian power plant 2s, as far as I know. Oh, hello. Yes, we will take... we will re-pledge for that delicious 10% unity bonus. YOLO, that's already being upgraded. Asimov, like I already said before. Clap, did I take a look at Clap yet? Well, we're about to find out. No, we have not. Okay. 2,000 minerals should be more than enough, and then we'll get a bunch of unity bonuses here as well. And, okay, that's this entire sector pretty much maxed out. Okay, our fleet currently getting into position. Our admiral should be getting a couple of levels out of this. Oh yeah, look at that. That's hot. We'll be shooting quite a lot of missiles towards the enemy. You got 85 cruisers in here with a lot of large weapons that are going to be excellent to take down a lot of these space stations. But our first track is going to be... I'm going to try to take out these 4, and that will open up this area quite nicely. Ooh, this is less than optimal. I would have preferred to take on the other side first, but Looks like we had a little bit of overlap there. But even if we can take down 1 or 2 stations, we'll be fine. Just keeping an eye on my fleet power here, 67,000. This one's going to go down. Ooh, this is less than optimal. Yeah, all of our corvettes are just jumping in there, which is fine, or destroyers even. That is perfectly fine by me. As soon as we drop down to 60,000 fleet power, I will jump out. Hopefully we can destroy this station. At least get some of their fleet power off of the field. Alright, the station's almost dead. There it is. Okay, let's jump out. Lost 1 ship there. 23 destroyers. No cruisers lost, so that's good. Cheaper war demands always... Ooh, hello there. Ascension perks. 131 months is so far away. That is so expensive as well. But I really want it. What's this? Oh, we got our new outpost. Good. Solar power, uplink nodes, more solar. I was a little bit worried that we may be going over our resource cap here. Okay. And, yes, this. Good, so we now have enough space to build at least 19 pops, which is nice. So we'll put the research pops on there, the energy pops, standard tars, and this one on there. Good. 58,000 fleet power. It's not the greatest. We did lose about 14% of our structural integrity on our fleet. But only destroyers lost, though, so it's not the end of the world. We can very rapidly replace those. So, in the words of a seasoned EVE player, don't worry about it. These ships have already been replaced. So, yeah. 12k on energy credits right now. How many, am I doing any additional terraforming right now? Okay, Cooper is going to be done in 1900 days. Kip is still a little bit further out. But that's fine. As soon as we're at 15k, we're going to go and do another machine world transformation. So it's going to look sexy.
Technological acquisition successful.
Flak artillery, nice. Military station damage. Advanced fighter wings. That will be nice for our carriers. There's hyper shields. Again, 71 months. Yeah, these are all starting to get really expensive. Let's go for physics labs so we can get the upgrades, upgrade all of our physics labs, and be done with that. Yeah, our physics are really lagging behind right now. That is something we really should be doing something about. As soon as we have the maxed out physics labs, we should be able to get those upgrades in. But the first bash into Sanctuary has been done. That's exactly what we wanted anyway. Let's not build too many cruisers here. Build some limited offensive units. I think Cooper was the one with the battleship yards. The fleet is currently hanging out at Kip. Does Kip have service umbilicals? It does not, so we need to fix that now. Put some battle simulators on there and some more cruiser yards so we can spread out our production of ships very nicely. So we've managed to destroy the northern part. I was going to go for the western part and then the southern part and then make a bash for the core. But we've managed to destroy the northern part with relatively limited losses, so that's completely acceptable. And we're cranking out a lot of ships right now in order to compensate for our losses. So, what's this? Zerkog has sent us a insult. You are a rock tricked into thinking by a race of misguided organics that did not survive the fallout of their own failed creations. Evolution. Hard at work, yes indeed. Am I still rival to you? Yes, I am. You may be thinking, ASpec, why didn't you just declare war on them? And, why you're letting all these insults slide? Because I need to get Sanctuary first, okay? I need to assimilate those poor species that are sitting on this rock, and they need my help. They need my help in order to ascend to a higher level of quote-unquote existence. And of course, this planet, I could have sworn it was a planet up here. Did they? Yeah, Boibos. Yeah, okay. It's got strong magnetic field, actually. Size 19. Not a lot of minerals. This looks like to be a nice new mineral planet in the near future. But I wouldn't be surprised if these guys are try to colonize it. They got an arid world, but at this point in the game, we are about 250 years in. They're gonna start getting technologies that allow them to get more stuff. And I also just noticed, it looks like it's time for us to... Kip is already being upgraded. How about Zen? It's got a lot of minerals. Or Tars. Tars has got a lot of energy, actually. How about Zen? Let's go for Zen. Let's turn that into Machine World. So Zen being turned into Machine World. That's good for us. The fleet is almost back up to power. Let's throw a bunch of new ships in there. We can build a couple of more Max Tars. I don't have any super heavy weapons. I don't have any XL weapons, which is kind of annoying me, to say the least. Now, we got a couple of General Systems vehicles, but I don't have any XL weapons, and that just frustrates me. I'm really not a fan of the fact that even though missiles have been buffed in 1.8 by quite some margin, we'll do a video about that in the very near future. It is kind of annoying to see that there's no XL weapons for missiles, like whether or not it's siege missiles or massive missile packs or something along those lines, where it's just a swarm of Macross missile massacre going on, or something along those lines. But let's hypothetically, let's build the most powerful design that we could build. It'd be a mix between plasmas and missiles. Artillery core. What's the damage output here? Ignores 80% of armor. Cooldown. Okay. That would be 78 damage. This is 95. 96. Why would I... Is this a missile thing or what? Okay. Universal compatibility is completely useless to us, but considering we're not running into any leader cap problems at the moment, and adaptive programming is right there, we will want to go for it, and we are 75 months away from getting the next stage. Okay, are all of these taken care of now? It does look like it. All this stuff is being generated. 702 mineral income. I don't think we're going to get over the 1,000 cap this episode, but maybe sometime in the future. Yeah, these battleships are worth 1,100 fleet power each. That is not an insignificant amount. Let's just work off this queue of cruisers, and then we'll send them in for the second battle. That's going to be on this side, obviously. I'll be entering over here just so I can shoot these down before these stations engage, especially the big boy over here. And basically, we want to take down the 8K stations, these two, and then this 8K station, and then we'll just rush in there and take down the rest, and then colonize Sanctuary. Our transport ships are pretty much on standby. Do we have umbilical cords over here? We do not. This is not a good location then. Let's send the transport fleet over towards Kip instead. Also, I noticed that there is no FTL trap here. So let's build a new roboport right there. It's on the inline as well. This entire area is pretty underdefended. And Plex, the same story there. Like we can easily afford the upkeep from the roboports, so I'm not too worried about that. Here we go. A couple more battleships being added to the fleet. Where are you? Yeah, there you are. So yeah, there you go. This is the missile variant. Oh, there's the other there's the support fleet. That's cool. Ah, looks sweet. The dropships are quite a lot faster than the battleships, surprisingly enough. Which one was the one where I was just cranking out destroyers first? Just now. Yeah, Post is just corvettes. And Cooper is that. Okay, so we will be going towards 70k fleet power again shortly. All right, let's send these bad boys in. Let's give them a nice long route to go around before they manage to engage the enemy again. Okay, we are...
Technological acquisition successful.
Hold on, that's the wrong route. And we will engage this 8k station. Advanced fighter wing. It's always nice. More bombers. Kinetic strategic resources. Urantic crystals, that's plasma weapons mostly. Railguns. Let's go for advanced railgun, and that should hypothetically lead us to giga cannons. Yeah, 89 cruisers. Destroyers are literally just there to be shot for no reason whatsoever. Let's add a couple more destroyers towards the mix. Let's actually disable the rally point. Yeah, before we lose any more of our ships to Sanctuary. Same thing with our cruiser over here. Because they will basically try to get in there. And I don't want to lose 1500 fleet power. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just do this. Just merge them all up. Any additional firepower is positive. Those corvettes, they are not really all that interesting to me anyway.
Complete.
Do you have any other ships coming in? A couple of corvettes. Okay, 70k fleet power. More should be enough to put a decent dent into Sanctuary. As long as we don't drop down to 60, we should be okay. We can just continuously crank out cruisers right now. Like these corvettes, I don't really care about them. They're just stuff for these things to fire at whilst they're being shot from behind. Later on, we will be disabling a bunch of these stations anyway for upkeep purposes. But these corvettes are basically dead in the water anyway. We're throwing them away for the sake of throwing them away. So, okay, here comes the fleets. Let's see what they can do. All right, they're engaging. All right, here come the missiles. Okay, that was half their shields on the first volley. Second volley should take the shields out. It's already down. Good.
Alert. Fleet unit offline.
Yeah, I thought as much. Okay, so as soon as these two stations are down, we'll jump out the fleet again. Okay, here we go. We'll try to take the third one as well, if we can, before we get in the range. 60. There it is. Cool. All right, we've jumped out. Ooh, we lost 4 ships. Dangerous. Mostly destroyers and corvettes. Nothing that I am too worried about. So that is fine by me. We're going to merge all these ships again anyway. We're just cranking out destroyers. Some very fast pickets. Some new corvettes. And that should take care of all that stuff. We do need to set the armada as the... Oh, good lord. We're rebuilding our fleet power by quite a lot very quickly. Okay, so let's merge all this stuff together. Get the fleet up and running and rebuild back to 70k, which should be relatively quickly. Interstellar Confederation has stopped guaranteeing the independence of the Han Star regime. That's fine by me. Otaga Holy Foundation. Were they always called the Holy Foundation? I could have sworn they were called something else. What now, you infernal collection of clattering clogs? Alright. Yeah, well, he's still inferior to me, so... there is that. Alright, the fleet almost up and running again. Good, it's up and running. Let's quickly check Asimov to see if we have any production. Yeah, I thought as much. These are not being maxed out because we ran out of resources before we could effectively properly max them out. And we'll do the same thing with Taco as well. And we'll upgrade all these spaceports to the max. These ones are maxed out. This is a 1.2K station that's not maxed out. And this will just basically add additional fleet power to our total tally. And that's basically what we need.
Diplomatic alert. Military confrontation detected.
Interesting. Lavis is now at war with a lot of people. Oh, good lord. Hideous just made the really stupid mistake. Again. Hideous is now at war with half the galaxy. They are still friends with other people, but still. That is unfortunate for them. And really good for us, because it means that everybody's eyes are focused on something else. Specifically, not us. Let's take a quick look here at which ones we haven't developed properly. Those are all orbitals. Low needs to be maxed out. Let's put a solar panel network on there. Max out the stations. 55 minerals. Oh well. Getting 626 energy a month is a pretty big bonus. There we go. Okay, so that should be maxed out. Let's check this sector. Asimov is being built. Pain, not so much. The Yuri Confederation is no longer our rival. All right. Okay, that's a single battleship. They're all just merging. That should be our last ships that are joining the fleet.
Construction complete.
And this is the largest the fleet's ever been, so. I guess that's good. 93 cruisers. We really need to flesh things out again with destroyers. Because we may run into some problems later on if we don't.
Construction complete.
Okay, so now we will attack the south station. As soon as that south station is done, we'll jump out again and then make one more bash at the front. Advanced railgun, good. Kinetic battery is our missile speed. Kinetic battery is good because it opens up the door to some of the heaviest weapons in the game, the Giga and the Mega Cannon. The fleet is chilling out. We should probably disable this. Let's make sure you guys don't do anything silly. Actually, we can just merge this together in this tiny little additional armada that can join the main fleet later. How many battleships do you have? Only 21? I should really make that a bit bigger. Okay. Did I not max this out? That's the fortress. The fortress design. I did not. We're still running on some of the higher end technologies, just not the armor. We can just upgrade that again. 7.2, which should increase things quite nominally. Okay, so considering the angle, we will actually attack on this here angle. That will give us the longest amount of engagement time before the other stations engage us. I think they're using mostly railguns though, so. And after that, we can just make a bash straight for the core. Alien space station. Does it have a name? Do you have a name, sir? Sir! Sir! Sir, I need you to stop resisting. Okay, let's do this again, shall we? Just a classic case of pop goes the weasel. Let's see if we can do this. This is also turning out to be a nice long episode. Well, we'll just... I told you that we were going to go and take on Sanctuary at some point. Oh, good lord. That's a lot of ships. The real question is, do we have enough fleet power? We should be okay. As soon as the station's off the field... how much we got here still? A minimal amount. A nominal amount, even. As soon as we drop to 70, I will jump out. Try to get a little bit more damage on the field, so to speak. 74, still 73. It's probably single cruiser that died. Yeah, they're a little bit too focused on the core structure. This one's gonna die. Yeah, we're just gonna take it now. I think that's... I may as well do it now. We'll probably go down maybe 65, 68. Something along those lines. This station is really heavy. Never mind, it's dead. Yeah, we got this. And this is only 14,000, 15,000 fleet power remaining. We eclipsed them by quite some margin. Let's get the ships into place. Let's get a signed ship in here. Let's set you to this. Let's get you upgraded. Excellent. Send everybody home. Mission accomplished. Let's get everything merged up and ready to rock. Sanctuary is ours. Oh, what a good time. It is a good day to die. Especially for these here Xenos. We're going to wrap up this episode here. We've managed to capture the most important thing in our realm, which is Sanctuary. I'm going to build another station here because this is going to be our new capital. I'm going to be renaming it shortly to something new. Something new. Sank. Boom. A new planet. Sank. Because, you know, we sank their stuff, I guess. Regardless, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching as my science ship is about to find out about all the natives that live on this planet, who we are going to assimilate. Until next time, take good care of yourselves, and as always, eat shutter.